What's up, everybody? My name is Jeff, and today, I'm not sure if you noticed, but my voice is a little bit gone. But we're still gonna have fun playing Magic, and the fun thing that we're trying to do is we're playing Izzet Draw. So, Izzet Draw is kind of focused around Ironcrag, Pyromancer, and Improbable Alliance, which get extra abilities every time you draw your second card each turn. Then you can create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. You can do 3 damage to any target. Or also we have Mad Ratter, which whenever you draw your second card each turn, you create 2 black rat creature tokens. So we're trying to just go very wide with this deck with things like Saheeli, which also creates a color server artifact every time that you cast an instant or sorcery, which is really nice with things like Merchant of the Veil. The instant or sorcery, or it's a non-creature spell, excuse me, but even the adventure side of these creature cards do count as non-creature when you're casting that side of it. And so that's the only really one that we have in this deck, but that is a good thing to remember. And also Saheeli works really well with Ironcrag Pyromancer, being able to create a copy of it to then just do quite a bit of damage really quickly with this deck. And so otherwise we're just playing a little bit of like a control or mid-range type of deck where we have some interaction early game to make sure that we can kind of keep them off the board and then just kind of snowball out of control later on. We do have Emisizzle to kind of do the same thing in the late game. Izzet Viceroy, which is also just really good if we do get to the ultimate. One expansion explosion, which is nice to copy stuff every once in a while. I don't have as much ability to draw cards on their turn like other decks do. We do have Thrill of Possibility, but I wanted to try out a little bit different version than what I've been seeing. Royal Scion's great for our turn. Firemind's Research also pretty good for drawing cards. If we do get four counters onto this, then we can remove 2 for the pay 2 blue to draw some cards on their turn, or just hopefully get to 5 charge counters and deal 5 damage. So we do have 1 copy. I'm trying to like mix this in with some of the older stuff that we had before, testing it out to see how it does, and just having fun playing Magic. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. All right, it is time against Space Lords, and I think there we go, that was in the way. All right, so we have Opt. If we have some red mana, this is actually a pretty good hand. I like the Ironcrag Pyromancer, so maybe we can just dig for a red source with this Opt. We do get a Scry. We're also on the draw, so we get a few looks at the top of our deck to try to find it. Like 4. So I mean, the odds of finding... Oh, I just hit Mulligan. What in the world? I was just clicking on the screen, and all of a sudden that happened. Well, this is still a better hand, I think. It's keepable. I guess we drop the Mad Ratter. I'm not a huge fan of the Mad Ratter. It's not terrible, I guess. Yeah, we keep this. I actually wanted to keep the first hand. I'm not sure if Emisizzle is good to keep in a hand for that long, so let's go ahead and drop it down. Keep the Mad Ratter. We can at least get value from it on turn 4, and I'm going to stop pressing the wrong buttons one of these days. All right, Temple of Epiphany. Merchant of the Veil, which is nice to at least draw some cards here. The instant could be pretty nice. We might just want to be digging for other stuff, but I guess this helps us dig for more stuff. So I'm in between with this. We need to have at least some card draw in our deck as well. We know we draw into this and we can find the Opt later on. And so yeah, let's actually keep this because we're going to be able to hold up Quench. If we don't have it, we can dig twice to try to find some other stuff here. All right, Burglar Rat, that's fine. Let's drop the, I think it's the Mad Ratter. Actually would be pretty good against this deck right now, but. All right, pass the turn. Plays a Swamp. Swings in for 2, yep, that's fine. And let's see what they play. Arya, we'll definitely quench that. And Ral. All right, pass the turn. Getting some early on removal, I guess, with Quench is really nice for us. Iara, I guess is how you say that. Iara. With this low voice, I'm having a lot of fun playing with it. So sorry if I have too much fun. All right. Yeah, we're gonna try to quench something and then Opt. Maybe even use Merchant of the Veil. I'm not sure what we would discard though, so I guess I'm not really wanting to use that right now. Order of Midnight. So this actually gets rid of the Order of Midnight and the Yara. So it's pretty nice for us. Gutter Bones comes in. Let's go ahead and opt. Oh, land on top is actually not terrible. It gets us closer to the Ral Izzet Viceroy, which we can also just play this Merchant of the Veil. And we're drawing another card besides this. So if we hit another land, then we can discard and try to find something else as well. So this is good enough. We need to get towards something that we can do. And that's something that we can do. And it helps us draw more cards each turn too, which is great. Sorry guys, my voice is still just like throwing me off. I'm not sure if it's throwing you guys off too, but it's so low. Oh yeah. All right, what you gonna do, Space Lords? Your go. I love that the foxy guy respawns whenever I do something like that. All right, now we hold up Quench. Quench is grand. Plays Swamp. Wrinkle for sure. Getting quenched. I don't want to discard this Ral. Ral gets to kill stuff and also dig for more things for us. I wish this was draw a card then discard a card. That would be great. Pass to my turn. There we go. We finally find something. Okay, Iron Crag Pyromancer. We have to discard now for digging for something else. Now that we have at least something that we can do, I'm okay with this. Let's kill this one. Play the mountain, pass the turn. Now we actually find the land. So we did have Ral for the next turn, so maybe that was a bit greedy. Merchant of the Veil is really nice. If we hit another land, we can play it and draw a card again. We have to discard a card, but do we actually have to have a card to discard? I think we do. We shall see. Alright, Murderous Rider comes down. Boo hiss. Beanhound. This is just extremely aggro with the Yara. Castle Ventress is decent. Good blocker here. Yeah, it looks like we can't draw unless we have something to discard. That is a requirement on there because it has the semicolon. Or the colon, I guess. Murder. Interesting. Not like Legion's End or something else in this deck. And we are dead because we just drew a little bit poorly there. Maybe I should have kept the Ral. All right, up against David Imenti. Let's go. All right, this looks pretty good. We have we have lots of at least redraws here. Is that good? We're on the play as well. Let's keep it. I might go Temple of Epiphany first, and we can decide how many, because I don't want to be spending too many of these if we can avoid it. Saheeli is something here, so that's on the top. It is a payoff, and that's all we're looking for. Is we're looking for as many payoffs as we can get, and just kind of snowball out of control. Okay, down to 19. Play the island, pass the turn. We will opt once here to try to find something good, and then Saheeli. Try to draw attention from there. We do need to dig for some removal. This deck could also maybe use like Flame Sweep, I guess, because we do create lots of fairies. The issue is that it does hurt all of our Saheeli tokens, or the rat tokens, or everything like that, which rat tokens shouldn't be coming very often. So maybe one Flame Sweep would be good in this deck just to make sure that we have it. Okay, swings in down to 18. think they're debating if we were gonna have a quench or something. We also have expansion if they do go for like a shock or something, or even like a light up the stage. We could just steal it from them. Alright, just goes to the end step. That's fine. Let's go ahead and opt. We're trying to play very conservatively. Alright, Improbable Alliance is very good for us. We're still going to go for Saheeli first. And then Improbable Alliance next. So let's go ahead and go to my turn. We need to be able to draw extra cards. Play Saheeli. Cavalcade of Calamity actually might not be bad in this deck because we have so many creatures. Even the Irecrag Pyromancer. Also, I think it's to attack in with less than 1 power. So maybe Ironcrag Pyromancer could also be good just because of all the 1/1s that you end up creating. Or sorry, Ironcrag, I said, so yeah, Cavalcade of Calamity could be good in here. What you gonna play? I do like how many extra things we get here. So if we find land, we get to Improbable Alliance. I guess we opt and shock then as well. Skewer the critics.
Enough.
And a shock. Boo. Hiss. That is one benefit of Improbable Alliance, is it doesn't die that easily. Let's go for Ironcrag Pyromancer first. I'm having a hard time not being greedy with this deck because we want as much value from every time we draw a second card as possible. And that's kind of what we're going for, is get as many payoffs as we can and then draw that second card. Or should I just be going for one payoff and immediately getting value? Which, I mean, if they have the right removal spells here, this is really bad for us. Of course, any burn that doesn't go towards face is good for us as well. Alright, Slaying Fire. It's really good. Down to 16. And Quench. Interesting. Quench could be very good for us. I think we need to start getting a payoff, though. We could Quench and Shock, I guess. That's going to be better, I think. Alright, pass the turn. Man, opponent's taking his time playing this game. Forbrand, definitely Quench. Shock the 10th Street Dodger. There we go. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, Improbable Alliance. Let's go ahead and opt now. Create a fairy. We really need lands, but Quench is not terrible off the top. They are at 5 lands themselves, so like this becomes a lot worse. The issue is Torbrand, but it's probably going to come down this turn if they have an extra one, right? So Quench to the bottom. I think we're actually digging for land. If we can find it, that'd be great, yeah. All right, play it. Scry again. Another Improbable Alliance. Those can get really out of control. I think that's what we go for here. Yeah, keep it on top. Play it into Thrill of Possibility or just Merchant of the Veil. I guess we'll go for Thrill of Possibility on their turn. We could even maybe drop the... Actually, if we look for a land here, if we have an untapped land, we get Thrill of Possibility as well. So let's go ahead and discard Expansion Explosion. It's good, but not really what we're looking for at the moment. Not a land. Alright, create some fairies. Swing in with the 1. And they played a land and nothing else. Do they just have a handful of lands? That'd be very bad. I gets to give him or unblockable. Yep. We're winning at the race at the moment, though. Yeah, it looks like they just are running really low on value here. We can Thrill of Possibility and Thrill of Possibility. Maybe just get rid of the Ironcrag Pyromancer or just create... I mean, that's a lot of good value, right? Let's go ahead and attack in. I'm not sure what to be discarding with this. Typically, you have like lands to discard or something else. So we've been drawing a lot of action that we have to discard. Okay, down to 16. Let's just go for the race, I think. This is going to give us more value overall. Okay, we get to draw 2 cards. We get a Quench as well, which is nice, and a Shock. But we'll probably just throw a possibility to create 2 more fairies. These guys are great chump blockers as well. Yeah, the Quench is pretty dead, so we'll probably just throw the possibility dropping the Quench. But we'll wait till their end step. Pass the turn. Ember Hauler. That's fine. Yep, resolves. Yep, swings in. There's not really much else you can do, so that's fine. Down to 14. If we hit something good here with Quench, we'll go ahead and use it. Alright, yeah. Thrill Possibility. Drop the Quench. And Emisizzle. Ral's going to be great here too. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually draw cards for us. Let's go ahead and Merchant of the Veil. Which will also let us draw cards. Alright, swing in. Should always hold up mana instead, I guess, but... for 7. Pretty good stuff. Okay, Sling Fire. Let's go ahead and shock this Ember Hauler now. Now they didn't have mana to spend to use it. Down to 9, past the turn. If we had a way to draw a card, we could have created lethal on board. Actually, we still have it with shock, I guess. Alright. You gave him a can't be blocked. What else are you gonna do? And opponent just scoops it up. Sweet! That was good. And ranking up. Ooh, yeah. Alright, up against Lol Lenoir. That's awesome. And Firemind's Research is nice. I like Quench. We have a lot of good early game interaction. This turns on Castle of Ventress. So yeah, keep this. Do we pay for the opt initially? I think that we go ahead and let it stay down. Yeah, tapped. Pass the turn. Ooh, not doing anything, Alright, Mountain, pass the turn. Not going to go for that Fireman's Research right now. Now is going to be a pretty good turn to hold up a Quench. Or maybe not. Should have gone for the Fireman's Research. We are going to go for the Saheeli here, though, at least. They're stuck on 2 lands. And it looks like we're in pretty good shape. Alright, 3 mana. What do you got? Chandra's Triumph and a Shock. Alright, that's fine. It's not great, but that's fine. Alright, play Island, play Firemind's Research. Hold up Quench for next turn. Pass the turn. And Scorching Dragonfire. If nothing else happens, we will opt. I'll opt to opt, you know, as one does. Alright, quench that. That's really not amazing, but we're getting value from it. Alright, there we go. Mad Ratter's nice. Just to start going a little bit wide here. Ironcrag Pyromancer. We don't actually have a way to draw cards yet. I guess we have Fireman's Research. Yeah, let's go ahead and draw it. Create some rats, pass the turn. I would love to find a Royal Scions. We only have 2 because I don't have enough Mythic Rares. I would probably play 3 in this deck. I'm not sure I'd go over that, just because I really like Saheeli in the deck. In fact, like, we're going to play Saheeli over the Ironcrag Pyromancer. And I could turn a rat into a Mad Ratter.
You've never seen anything like this.
Oh, it has to be an artifact, right? Alright, so do we draw a card and create a couple more rats, or do we try to hold on to that for when we have Pyromancer as well? Hold up Scorching Dragonfire, which is nice. I think that we go ahead and use this. Drawing cards is nice for us. More lands is nice as well. And we just kind of made our board a little bit wider. This is also why we have Castle Ember. Is it Embercleave? Ember... whatever, the red one. That gives all of our creatures +1/+0, which is really good because we go very wide with this deck. It can just be exactly what gives lethal to us at some point. So we have 2 copies of that. 1 of this Castle of Ventress. I could probably go for another one just because scrying is nice, but we should typically have quite a bit of action in our hand with how much we draw. Bone Crusher Giant.
Destruction your only art.
Creates a big boy. Pyromancer. We go for Thrill of Possibility, or do we just Scorching Dragonfire? I'd kind of like to... I'd like to not have to discard expansion here. We still get value, right? So go ahead and Scorching Dragonfire. Create some value. Yeah, so we're still good. Swing in. This also gives us an artifact to use with this, or pass the turn. The nice thing about expansion is that we can Thrill of Possibility, copy the Thrill of Possibility, and we don't have to discard. But then it's 4 mana, draw 4, discard 1. That's pretty good for us. We also are getting up to where expansion gets a little bit better now that we have more mana. So if we get up to like 3 mana with it, we can deal 3 damage, draw 3 cards. That's really good. Chandra. Alright, gonna wipe the board, it looks like, which then we do kill. So if we find land here, this is great. Or we just draw with Ironcrag Pyromancer. Yeah. Alright, Iron and Probable Alliance. Create a Servo. Alright, become Ironcrag Pyromancer. Go ahead and get rid of the expansion explosion. Draw some cards. We get a hold up Quench, which is nice, just in case they have another one of these fellas. Okay, hit 1 there, hit there, create a fairy, down to 9, pass the turn. Let's do play Castle Embercleave or Embereth. So it also lets these guys swing in, which is really nice, and pass the turn. We're actually, I think we're going to try to get up to 5 counters with this, so we may quench just about anything that we can. They have 2 cards in hand. That means... Alright, well, we can't stop that. They were deliberating, so it looks like they may have another play here. They can do 2 damage to anything, so they probably just kill Saheeli here. Yeah.
Accept defeat.
Up in
For now.
flames.
All right, past my turn. I should have quenched again. I was deliberating. All right. We can draw a card, deal 3 points of damage, create a fairy. Swing in for 3, shock. Let's go ahead and draw a card first. Just see. I would like to get up to 5 with this, but we're pretty close to just doing enough damage here. All right, so here's the question. Do we hit them or do we kill the Chandra? Let's go face. Speed this up a bit. I might just hold on to... We can also Ember Cleave. So 4 attacks and... Embereth, I mean. Embereth is what it's called. There we go, yeah. So Castle Embereth is what we needed. I even said that earlier and I almost forgot about it. That was good. All right, up against Al Capone. Up against this guy. And the opt to dig for red mana. We have some removal. We have Quench on turn 2, which we're not on the play, which is always unfortunate. This is keepable. I'm not sure if it's amazing. Because we have so much card draw, it's like, that's not bad. We can discard the Emisizzle just fine. We're digging for red mana, though. I'm going to keep it. Love Struck Beast. Yeah, oh. That's red mana. I'm actually going to play that first. Expansion, no, to the bottom. Just because I want Quench on turn 2 for this Love Struck Beast. And another Emisizzle. Well, we can definitely discard one of those guys now. If they don't play it, then we can Merchant, discard an Emisizzle, and opt. See if they have the land. Swamp, oh. A lot of colors. Okay, down to 17. Let's see if one of these guys comes. Yep, right. Quench. Alright, now payoff. Give me payoff. Nope, no payoff. I mean, lands to get to this Emisizzle is not bad either. Pass the turn. We know they have another one, which we don't really have an answer for yet. I'd like to kind of save up extra stuff. We can kill these guys, but we don't even have enough to kill these guys at the moment, so... Yikes. Alright, they have a land here as well. We don't get priority until they actually cast this, so they're already going to get the value. Otherwise, I would Scorching Dragonfire this. Maybe they go to combat first. Let's see. Nope. Resolve. I'd rather make sure we can draw into some answers of some sort. Opt for Thrill of Possibilities. We get to draw 2. I think we keep that. Okay, swing in. Discard an Emisizzle. Alright, we get to kill Love Struck Beast this way. We have another land. We actually are getting pretty close to Emisizzle. Yeah, let's pass the turn. I'll do it on their turn. Hopefully they don't have, like, Ember Cleave. Love Struck Beast with Ember Cleave would be insane, actually. That actually is not a bad idea. Man, I really want to kill this Edgewall Innkeeper. Because they've already played 2 Lovestruck Beasts, and that's the biggest issue for us. Like, if we do get this Izzet, we're in pretty good shape. Not swinging with Edgewall Innkeeper. Interesting. I guess there is a lot of flash decks that are out there. Let's hope they don't have anything else here. Alright. Down to 13. We're still in the game for sure. Or 13. I don't want to have to discard this land, but it looks like we may have to. Actually, you know what we can do? To still try to go for Niv-Mizzet is Improbable Alliance and play Merchant of the Veil. It creates a good blocker for us. Let's hope they don't have Bone Crusher Giant here to just kill him. Okay, Falmire Knight draws 2, loses 2. Very good. If we resolve this Niv-Mizzet, I'm hoping... I mean, they could have Murderous Rider. Okay, Bone Crusher Giant. Man, Jund... I hadn't thought about going Jund with Lucky Clover. It's actually pretty good. Down to 10. Land for Niv-Mizzet. Give it to me. There we go. Play Niv-Mizzet. Plays Once Upon a Time. Niv-Mizzet works great with these guys too, because if they do cast Double Spell, like we know that they have a Murderous Rider, which is annoying, but they cast it twice, which means, and I think they have to choose a creature or planeswalker, so they actually end up having to kill one of their own people. I guess they can target us twice, but we get a draw 2, create something else. Let's kill Edgewall Innkeeper. Creates another copy, we get another card draw. We should have gotten another cast from that, because Niv-Mizzet was still around when that happened. Is it whenever someone casts? Whenever someone casts a player an instant sorcery, so it's not the copy. Okay. Down to 7. Firemind's Research, not really what we're looking for, so let's go Saheeli. Discard Firemind's Research. Draw some cards. Do I want that to discard on another turn? I can't really play this with it anyway, right? Fast turn. They've just gotten so much value before we finally started doing anything here. I do like this deck, though. I might have to build it. I've been testing with a few different Lucky Clover decks. Each time I go to record, like when I test them, I do really well. Then when I go to record it, I record like 7 terrible games. And it's like, or like maybe I'll get 1 or 2 good in there. And I just haven't been willing to keep those videos because they're just not good enough for what you guys deserve. All right, that's game. Yep, good game. Come on, dude. Alright. Slow rolling it. And that's game. Alright, up against Meroxy. Bring it on, Meroxy. Let's go. Let's do this madness. This is good. Probable Alliance with some card draw. Let's go ahead and keep it. We can... Maybe we want the Mad Ratter, actually. I've actually been impressed with the Mad Ratter so far. Not many people have been playing it, from what I've seen. But it's pretty good. For what we're going for. Alright, is land. We'll go Improbable Alliance into Saheeli. Hopefully we'll keep finding land so that we can have a little bit better stuff to discard here as well. We may need to start creating blockers sooner than later, though. That's good. Okay, Improbable Alliance, pass the turn. Oh, I think we're just too slow. We really need Flame Sweep in this deck. Really need it. I do believe. I do believe in a thing called love. Alright, create a blocker. Pass the turn. Just block the Dreadhorde Butcher. Slow them down a bit. Just a wee little bit. Alright, they shock. Yep. Yeah, Flame Sweep is definitely needed in this deck. Apparently. Okay, we can draw and create a blocker. Plan for Ral. No. We can see if they don't focus on our face. I think this one's already over. Like, what do we do here? I guess we try to say, hey, go after Saheeli instead. Keep us alive a little bit longer. And then if we can find... I don't even know. Dreadhorde Butcher. Yeah, we're just dead. If they're going to try focusing our face, I think. These do get buffed even with a Planeswalker. Oh, they're all going after Saheeli. Brilliant. Great, that's what we wanted.
Learn from this.
That just gained us 5 life for 3 mana. Against this deck, I mean, it's still not great, but it's like what we needed. We're still basically dead. Mad Ratter doesn't do much of anything here. We'd love to find one of our 1 mana draw spells. They swing in, we will block. I think they just pump here. And we're close to just dead. In fact, I don't know how we come back next turn. I mean, we get to draw more cards, great. We really needed opt there. Okay, discarding stuff. Discard. Mad Ratter. Submit. Oh, these guys just kill us anyway, huh? Alright, kill a Knight of the Even Legion. We have another blocker now. We get Ral for next turn. I might use this to discard. No, Ral's pretty good. The thing is, we can't kill these Dreadhorde Butchers the rest of the game. Or at least not both of them. Pass the turn. When they go to pump this, we throw a possibility discarding... It might just be Firemind's Research. Oh, see, we need another blocker as well. If we try to kill this guy, he just pumps himself. I think we go to blocks first. We're willing to take some. Alright, so they pump. Now we kill him. Discarding Firemind's Research. Submit. Draw some cards. Create another blocker, which we don't get to use, but we do get to kill him. Lose a fairy, get a good block. Down to 4. Now, how do we actually finish this game? That's the question. Quench is interesting. We can Saheeli and Quench. We could Saheeli, draw a card, see if we can find... how many instant sorcerers do we have? 2. So Ral doesn't kill anything anyway. I was debating if I wanted to discard that. Opt is great. Alright, let's go Saheeli. Draw the card, discarding... It might just be Ral. I guess we can hold on to Quench. We need to get value from this, right? I did not want to tap down that one. Let's drop the Quench, I guess. 3 damage to... Hope they don't have shock. We have to kill one of these guys eventually. We can't deal with 2 of them. Yeah, 3 damage towards face. Pass the turn. So we get Ral and Opt next turn. Block the Grim Initiate. I'm putting 3 there, just in case. We do have to start attacking in because they will eventually get something right. Yeah, like a Footlight Fiend. Priest Forgotten Gods. All right. We still have a way to stay in this. Let's go ahead and opt. Shock is good. Is it great though? I don't know. Can't use it. Alright, kill Priest of the Forgotten Gods. I think we actually draw with Ral now. I should have created a copy before that. That was a misplay. Dig for more answers, see what we can find. Alright, Ral's on top and a land. Or Shock's on top. What am I talking about? Oh, wait. Yeah, grab the Shock. Hold up Shock. Create another servo. And swing in with a fairy. We need to start doing some damage, right? I just don't know how we actually finish this game. Eventually, they're going to be able to have this guy die. Alright, pass the turn. We can chump block Dreadhorde Butcher. We can block with a 0 power here. We can shock this. We actually might just want to go face. It does more damage overall for us. So block here. Block here. Block here. Let's see what else comes out. We're still alive. Somehow, we are still alive. I'm guessing that they're going to have, like, the storm. Alright, that's actually good. We can shock that. Create a servo. If we somehow finish this, that's going to be ridiculous. Alright, Improbable Alliance. Going to play Merchant of the Veil. We don't have enough to draw. Or discard and draw. So let's actually tick up here.
Decisions.
We have to be able to draw at some point, right? I think we actually take Iron Crag Pyromancer. Alright, take the Pyromancer. So we can turn something into another Iron Crag Pyromancer here. We could discard and draw a card, so I could play the land and then do that. Dude, Rel's so good with this, because you draw 2 cards every time you cast an instant sorcery spell as well. I mean, if we can survive a few more turns, we actually have this. Let's go next. Let's swing in here and here. We can actually create 2 more guys as well. Alright, play this. Have a copy of that.
Do I have your attention now?
Discard and draw. Royal Scions is great. right, 3 damage here, 3 damage here. Create some fairy tokens for blockers. Down to 8, and Castle Embereth gives us lethal next turn. Chandra creating 2 more attackers. That's fine. Actually, can they just bring back a shock though? Oh, they have exactly enough mana. All right, good game, dude. We were so close to coming back there. So close. We had it next turn, especially with the Royal Scions. Royal Scions would have given something trample. Oh, that was close. We had no right of even winning that game from how it started, but we had a chance. All right, so there you guys have it with Izzet Draw, and love this deck. It's a really fun one to play. I do think that I could tweak a couple of the numbers a little bit different. I think adding Flame Sweep would be really good. It does hurt our board as well, which is an issue, but it doesn't hurt our creatures with flying, and we do create lots of fairies, and so I think having at least 2 copies of this for the aggro matchups, and not only that, but we're typically kind of slow walling the game. Like, the biggest issue is that it would kill our Mad Ratter. Everything else survives from it, though. All of our servos would die, all of our tokens, but we can also just keep creating more servos and tokens. So I'm not terribly worried. So I think we do maybe add 2 Flame Sweeps into the deck as well. But overall, I'd love to hear what you guys think of the deck. If you guys like it, please leave a like and subscribe to the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.